We got a green light, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. What is happening? I mean, I don't know why we should be surprised, honestly, that all these things are happening. We are in a fascist regime. Why can't I say that word? Yes. That's what's happening right now, guys. We are living in it. Okay, we have, 2-year-olds being forcibly deported. A 2-year-old that was born here, that has a United States birth certificate, being questioned about the validity of their birth and not being allowed to have a lawyer present. That's where we're at right now, guys. This is, I think people underestimated the power of culty fascism in this country and how fast it would spread. You know, we are at that point. I am driving right now because I am going to the airport to pick up my oldest, and I have so much on my mind right now about all of these things. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Leanie. I'm at a red light, guys, so I can look down for a second. I do want to take a second. If you guys love listening to me rant about politics, talk to you guys about politics, take a second and subscribe. Subscribe for more content, guys. I just got a fresh undercut, and I'm loving it. Some of the hairs stick to it, which is funny, so I have to like fix that later. But yeah, it is refreshing because we're going to start getting the warm weather here. But for real, guys, like, we are living in the era where we have, okay, let's talk about a couple things. So we have the 2-year-old who's being forcibly deported. Let's also, and we're going to talk several times about this on my drive here. Thursday is May Day. There are protests everywhere. Please find out. And I'll try, and maybe one of my mods can post the May Day website in the comments here. But guys, this is not an if you can scenario. Everyone on Thursday most of them are going from like 1 to 4:30. Okay, you need to leave work. You need to go to that protest. Everyone. This is not a like, oh, I don't know if I can. Blah, blah, blah. Like, no, we all need to show up. This is for education. This is for democracy. I know it's election day in Canada today. All of my fingers and toes crossed, Canada, for your progressive candidate and not the wannabe Trumper. Jesus Christ. Did you get out and vote already? Jennifer, I don't know how that works in Canada. Do you guys get like the day off? Are there polling places? Do you vote by mail? How does that work? You know, but let's go, Canada. We need a fucking strong border, Canada. Jesus, talk about that. Also, I want to talk about something else. I like David Hogue. I like him. He's 25. I showed you guys that video where he clapped back at, I guess it was Schumer, or no, he was clapping back at fucking James Carville, and that was a great clap back. However, following that interview, I got an email from Leaders for Our Future, whatever the fuck the thing is, okay? It was a good letter. It was very passionate, okay? Pathion, check. And it talked about, a lot of things that I agree, check mark, agree. Then the last, 2 paragraphs are like, millennials and Gen Z are this, that, and the other thing, blah, 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 blah. Once again, I would like to lodge a formal complaint with the universe, okay? Gen X is here. We are fucking here. We are also mad as hell. We are ready to fight. Do not leave us out of this fucking equation. Okay? Do not ignore Gen X. Stop ignoring Gen X. We're tired of it. We are left out of every conversation, guys. It's like we talk about the boomers, and then we talk about millennials, and now we're talking about Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Hello? We are here. We gave birth to Gen Z. And in some cases, some millennials. Like, what the actual fuck? Stop forgetting about us. Stop treating us like the redheaded stepchild of fucking democracy. We're important too. We pay taxes. You know, like shit. What does Gen X have to do to get some fucking respect put on it? Fucking hell, man. So I wrote him back. I was pissed. I haven't heard back. But basically, I was like, don't fucking discount the fucking badass minivan moms and dads. We're fucking here for the battle. Bruh. We need to make ourselves more visible or something. I don't fucking know, man. But it's a bunch of fucking bullshit at this point. You know? Oh, good. I'm glad, Jennifer. I'm glad. Yeah, let's go liberals in Canada. Okay? Because it's fucking chaos here, guys. We have a 2-year-old that got deported. A 2-year-old who has an American birth certificate. Okay? This is the part that every single person should really be fucking concerned about. That a United States citizen, we still have birthright citizenship in this country. It has not been revoked. The Constitution has not been changed. It is illegal to deport a U.S.-born citizen from this country. So, as we've seen with ICE, they are just showing up wherever they want and fucking taking people into custody. Furthermore, to push people who are illegal out of this country, they are declaring them dead. Okay? Which means that their birth certificates, their social security numbers are invalid. Okay? And as someone who used to work in identity theft recovery, let me tell you, losing your identity to identity theft is way easier to fix than being declared dead by Social Security. I swear on my life, ma'am, if you do not make it through this light, thank you. This is really bad, guys. This is beyond bad. I guarantee, because they took the mother and the 2-year-old, they forced her to write a letter that had the verbiage on it, I will be taking my daughter back to Honduras. Not, I want to take my daughter back to Honduras. It's my desire to just, I will be taking her back. She will come with me, right? So it makes it look like, oh, well, this mom is just going back to her home country with her baby. So who are we to stop that? Who are we to, deny a mom to go back to her country? What, you want us to be cruel? Right? And then when the dad was trying to talk to the ICE officer and try to give them the number for a lawyer, the ICE officer hung up the phone. They're doing away, there are a number of disability offices that have just had to stay closed because they don't have funds to hand out to people for their disability checks, okay? Because the funds didn't come in from the federal government. So just TFB, people on disability, okay? So what are they doing? Like, these are the things we have to march for. These are the things, Cory Booker put it best, okay? When Cory Booker and a couple other Dems are doing, the Capitol Hill step talks. I encourage you, if you are anywhere in the Washington, D.C. vicinity, please go to the Capitol Hill steps and participate in these, impromptu town hall, whatever's going on there, okay? Cory Booker put it best when he was talking about women's rights. Okay. He said, what do you guys think happened? Do you think that like all the senators and everything and the Congress got together and like, okay, 1, 2, 3, women have rights? Like, no. The reason women have rights in this country is because they fucking marched everywhere with their signs and got beat up and hosed and fucked with for years saying we want fucking rights. And it didn't end with the right to vote, guys. Women still had to march in the 60s and 70s to get the right to property, credit cards, their fucking autonomy, the right to divorce, right? The way our country works is, yes, we have representatives, and I'm going to use that term loosely, okay? Because a lot of the people, they're in Congress right now, let's face it, they're not representing jack shit except for the special interest lobbies that pay them a lot of fucking money. Right? Okay, so we got those people in the House and the Senate, some of whom actually take their job seriously. All right? But in this country, we have gotten nothing ever from a government. That's why we had the fucking revolution, because the fucking British government was fucking us at the drive-thru, right? And every other time another minority group that is not a straight cis white man landowner has wanted something in this country, we have fought for it in the public square. Okay? We have marched. We need to be doing exactly what everybody else did when they were marching. We need to march on all the capitals. We need to march everywhere. Okay? And as Parkland Permaculture pointed out today, impeachment isn't the goal, okay? Because let's say, best case scenario, we fucking impeach Trump for real this time, and he's convicted, and he's removed from office. What the fuck does that mean? That means we've got Couch Humper USA as the president. That's what that fucking means, okay? And the line of succession is even worse, okay? So we have to convict every single one of these motherfuckers under the most gigantic, most expansive, most fucking direct RICO case that has ever happened in the history of this country, okay? And we need to put better people in. Put better people in. We need to be backing young, progressive candidates, okay, who are going to make changes in the Congress, in their local governments, in every, line on up to the President of the United States. This is going to be uncomfortable, okay? This is not going to be a fun time. This is going to be scary as shit, because a lot of things have to change in order for this good shit to happen. There are things that are happening right now, guys, okay? Trump and his sycophants are doing that may never be reversed, that we may never recover from. Once these tariffs are in place in the next few days, Walmart and Target, the CEOs, went to Trump to beg him to stop the tariff bullshit, because there will be empty shelves. Okay? Walmart is telling him that. Have y'all ever seen an empty aisle in a Walmart? Ever? Of like things that you actually use. Not like when they're setting up a holiday bullshit. But have you ever seen, like, before the pandemic or since the pandemic, an empty aisle in Target or Walmart where there's just none of the thing? Okay, so take when we were all looking for Clorox wipes and toilet paper, okay, and Kleenex, and multiply that times half the store. Okay, we see what's happening with eggs right now, right? Which are still fucking overly priced and hella fucking expensive, right? Okay, that's going to get worse across the board on things that we desperately use all the time and you don't think about. Oh, well, then I'll just go and support my local restaurant. They're not going to have the food either, guys. Okay? For all of you people who don't cook and you rely on your little, box shit, the delivery boxes, that's going to stop. The entire supply chain is about to be so fucked, like worse than when that one ship got stuck in the Panama Canal. Okay? These are the things you have to prepare for. Okay? Be prepared to eat lots of beans, and if you bought some rice, use that shit. Make your own broth out of fucking chickens and shit. Okay? And we need to start holding these oligarchs accountable. And they need to start paying their motherfucking fair share. All right? Because back when we had our little utopia here, where we exported the American dream to everybody, the uber rich were paying 91% in taxes. 91%. Guess what? They were still fucking uber rich. Okay? And the rest of the people could actually live on their salaries and buy a house and a car and send their fucking kid to college. Right? We don't got that no more. We don't got that. You guys want that? You guys want some freedom back? You want the ability to express yourself with the First Amendment while it's still here? Then Thursday, find your march. Joe, I see you here. Can you find the May Day March website and put it in there for me? Please and thank you. Okay? Because this is the singularly most important day. There are marches happening worldwide. There are thousands of marches occurring around the country. Just in my area alone, there are 5 marches. Okay? So that is in the Portland metro area. There's 3 in Portland, 2 in Beaverton, 1 out in Hillsboro. I mean, they're everywhere. There's 1 in Tigard. Okay? So there is no excuse, guys, for not being able to go to a march. Okay? You have to go and do the march. Fuck all the other things. It's at 1 o'clock, wherever you are, 1 p.m. Okay, that truck does not sound good. Keep on trucking. There you go. Okay, you got to get out there and march. If your job is in an ICE office, I feel really sorry for you. Yeah. I don't know how anybody with an ounce of integrity could be working for ICE right now. I honestly, I don't understand that. I don't understand how anyone could wake up every day and get dressed, put on their badge, and know that their job for that day is to meet their quota of random people to deport. Like, what? How is that something that you could look yourself in the mirror and think, I'm doing the right thing? The only way you can do that, in my opinion, the only way that you could wake up every day and be like, I'm getting these criminals, blah, 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 is if you are a 100%, no holds barred white supremacist. Then absolutely, without a doubt, of course you're happy when you put on that little badge and everything. Because you are getting to blatantly attack and abscond with brown people, and you're doing the law right now. That's the only way that I can see that anyone could do that. And if you are a white supremacist, thank you. Thank you for identifying yourself as such, so that you can be, appropriately detained and jailed later for crimes against humanity. Because, that will happen. The former Adolfites went to jail, were tried at Nuremberg, right? That will happen for you too. If you think that the rest of the world is going to sit idly by while you take down, the Disneyland literally of countries, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. No one leader of Earth is going to allow America to fall completely under a fascist dictatorship. it is too dangerous for the rest of the world. This is the part of the equation that they haven't figured out yet, right? The rest of the world really just thought, oh, trumpety bum bum bum. You know, they are waking up. They are waking up to the fact this man is insane, certifiably insane, and the rest of the people with him are hell-bent on creating the apocalypse for the rapture, you know. And they're not going to let that shit happen. Okay? They're not going to let that happen because America has more nuclear weapons than they should, than anybody should. And they cannot let that fall. Can you imagine Pete Hegseth with the fucking football and just, you know, like if he hasn't already sold the nuclear codes in a signal chat, I don't know what. Yeah, did everybody forget about that? Secretary of Defense is in the line of succession. He's got access to that shit. Y'all, we have an alcoholic drunk uncle with access to nuclear codes. Who in their right mind thought this was a good idea? And we're all watching the Republican town halls blow up, right? All these mad fucking Christian right fucking old fuckers who thought they were just having a good time and voting for low taxes and fuck the immigrants, right? Yeah, y'all done found out you're about to lose your fucking Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, bitch. That's what's happening for you. I hope you enjoy that. You know, and you have it's a split group, right? In the Social Security bunch. You have one half that if they don't get no more checks, they will literally die. Right? Because they can't pay for nothing. That's their entire income, is their Social Security. Okay? Then you have the other half of the boomer crowd who have been sitting on a nest egg of property and fucking cashola for decades. And they're pissed because they're living off their Social Security so they can, and I'm quoting someone I interviewed, leave something to their kids. And that's their right. So they're pissed that their generational wealth is being fucked with. Talk about white privilege. You're mad because when you die, your kids aren't going to get however much you've saved and your property value's gone down or whatever the fuck it is. That you might have to sell your home and downsize before you die. This is your biggest problem, right? These are the people that are upset about Social Security. They're still not marching. They're still don't think that it has anything really to do with them, right? And even that generational wealth that they're passing down is nothing. It's pennies. It's literal pennies compared to the 800 oligarchs we have in this country. 800 billionaires, guys, versus 330 million people. 800 billionaires are running this country into the dirt so that they can buy it back for pennies on the dollar, and you can get fucked. And we need to tell those 800 billionaires, guess what, motherfucker? There's way more of us than there are of you. And you are not in charge. Okay? You are not in charge. And that's gonna be a lot of stuff, guys. Okay? Because the protesting isn't just in the streets. The protesting is with your wallet. The protesting is with where you put your dollars at. Okay? And by that I mean, like, and I've been very guilty of this, so I'm talking to myself too, but listen. And I will raise my hand, guys. Are you a person who upgrades technology when it comes out? I will raise my hand for that. I have had every version of the iPhone, guys, since it has come out. Okay? Every year, I get a new iPhone. Every year. Like clockwork. And I was getting a new watch, too. But I don't have my Apple Watch anymore, so I'm not doing that. But every year, I was upgrading. Every year, that's another $1,000 just from me to the Apple conglomerate, who's one of the oligarchy, conglomerates that I'm talking about. Okay, just happens to be my favorite one. Every year, I would do that. These are the things we cannot do. I don't fucking care what the new iPhone's gonna do, or the new Samsung phone, or the new fucking whatever that comes out. You cannot buy this shit, okay? You have to stick with the necessities. Like, I have to get a PC for my daughter. Why? We don't have any, and she's going to college, right? Okay, so that's a necessity. It's not a frill, right? So if you can't afford it, okay, I get that, Joe. I get that. But I have been bad in that area. I have done that even though it's not really in the bougie. That's bad news bears. Like most Americans, I want the new shiny thing, right? And this is how they keep us asleep, guys. They keep us asleep with the new shiny things. Every time there's some fucked up shit that we start getting wrought up about, what happens? There's a new shiny thing. There's a new TV show. There's a new fucking piece of technology for us to get all amped up about. There's a new car that's going to change our whole life, right? None of that is true. None of that is true. Okay? I'm driving in a car right now. You know what this car does? It fucking goes from point A to point B where I steer it. That's it. Yes, it has safety features. I enjoy those safety features. I enjoy being safe on the road. I like to have the lane assist. I like to have, the backup camera and my CarPlay that's playing the music that you guys probably can't hear because I'm talking so loud, right? But ultimately, what does this car do? It moves in the direction that I pointed it. That's it. It runs on gasoline that I pump into it. Right? It's comfortable to sit in. That's all. What the fuck else do we need? Right? Guys, I fell into the trap. On my feed, it came up, and I'm sure you guys have seen it because it's literally everywhere. They have paid for this fucking saturation, and good job, okay? This is a new electric car. It's called Slate. It's actually a truck, but you can customize it, right? You can keep it as a truck. It's a 2-seater truck, or you can add a back seat to it and put this like camper shell thing on that makes it a little SUV, right? You can put custom wraps on there. You can change the lights. You can change the bumper. You can, get a lift kit. It's all up to you. That's why it's called Slate. Blank slate, right? So it's something that, oh, look, I'm not going to pay that much money, but I get to create it. Oh, it's only a $50 deposit because it'll be ready in 2026 to reserve your slate, right? And then you're just going to obsess over this thing for a fucking year and a half before it even comes out, right? And then what? Oh, right. If you're obsessing over that, you're not paying attention. And who's the main backer of this car? Jeff Bezos. That's right. Jeff Bezos, Amazon CEO, has made his own car startup, guys. And it's an affordable electric SUV. Bum, ba-da-bum. So you're not going to worry about Amazon. Not going to think about boycotting Amazon if you're getting that Slate truck. That would be weird, right? Can't boycott the company that's making your cool new truck. So maybe we don't worry about him as an oligarch. Maybe he's one of the good ones, right? Fuck that shit. Fuck that actual shit. Yes, I think it's fucking great concept. But the fact, like, I was super hype on it, and then somebody was like, it's Jeff Bezos' startup, and I was like, son of a bitch. It's more distraction. It's more fucking distraction. Right? All of these things, guys, all of the shiny stuff is so that we as a collective, we as a group, society at large, will stop paying attention to our rights being literally burnt in the streets, okay? Every single day. We have got to, as you know, Two Life Crew said, fight the power. We literally have to do that because we are all collectively, to some degree or another, asleep. We're not paying attention because there's always a distraction. You can't type all the names because you're driving. Well, I'm driving too. But hey, Kathy. Yeah, it's just literally, guys, we really have to focus because these people, they need to be beholden to us and not us be solely beholden to them. Okay, and our representatives, they need to represent us. And by that I mean the actual people and not the corporate lobbyists. Okay? And it's telling to me that Bernie and AOC, oh, that's Public Enemy. Thank you, Rox. Sorry. Sometimes I get Two Live Crew and Public Enemy confused. It was an interesting time of my life. Anyway, thank you. Thank you, Rox, for backing up a fellow Gen Xer here. Appreciate it. Yeah. We've literally got to start really opening our eyes and letting the government and our representatives and everyone else know, you work for me. I'm your boss. You're fired. In some instances, we do need to fire these mofos. Trump needs to be fired, but also go to jail. His entire administration needs to go to jail, in my opinion. They are treasonous criminals and should be treated as such. 100%. Okay? And yeah, fucking no mercy at this point. This is a we fight for our rights in the streets or they are gone forever. This is not a you know, a maybe if it's not going to happen situation. Trump is pumping up his third term. They're already selling Trump 2028 merch. Okay? He's not pussyfooting around it. He's not denying it. Okay? So we have to work and be prepared to use our voices and our bodies in the street to say, not today, Satan, not today. Okay? And if you cannot physically get out in those streets, that's okay. You gotta write. You gotta call. You gotta text message. You gotta do whatever you can to make your voice heard. Okay? Because your voice is important. You are important. And if you are physically able to get up and walk in those streets on Thursday, I expect to see you out there. Okay? So you got to get out there. You got to get out there. All right, guys, I'm about to pull in the parking garage here. I'm going to lose you. I'm going to go get my kiddo. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and like the stream. I love you guys. I'll see you all next time.